Hey everybody, I'm Mama Baird and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I have another food bank haul for you. Now this is our local food bank. You're allowed to come once a day if you need to. I like to go once a week, sometimes twice a week if there's not that much to choose from. Every single day is different. You never know what they're going to get. And sometimes they have an abundance of one item that they try and pass out as much as they can before the item goes bad and gets thrown away. So it's really good to just stop by, at least for me and my local one, a couple of times a week and just see what they have. It doesn't mean you have to pick and go shopping every single day, but they might have a lot of oranges that day or have a lot of bananas that might get thrown out. So I like to stop at least twice a week and kind of see what they have, and it helps my family stretch our budget. It helps us be able to live through this inflation right now. My husband is a mechanic. I stay home and homeschool the kids, and then I have my YouTube channel, and that's what we do to make our rent, make ends meet, and try and get by and save for our homestead. It's very hard out there right now, and I know that there's a lot of you that are in my shoes where both of you are working, trying to make ends meet, and you still don't have enough money for groceries at the end of the month. If that's your case, I hope you'd consider looking at your local food bank, checking them out. If your food bank happens to have income limits, try mobile food banks. Those are less picky about that. I am very fortunate to have a food bank that does not have an income limit. They feel like you know if you need food or not, and you will show up if you need food. And they have plenty of food to hand out. Mine gets donations from Costco, the Walmart. We've got 2 Walmarts. We have 4 Albertsons. We have a Winco. We have, did I say Costco? Costco. We have organic grocery stores. We have a Rosauers. We have tons of stores that donate all of their expired food to our food bank. We also have a homeless shelter that half of it goes to there, and then half of it goes to the community food bank. And that might be the situation in your food bank as well. So I hope you'd consider looking into your local food bank, seeing what they can offer, and seeing if it can help benefit your family. If you're struggling, it doesn't mean that you're destitute. It doesn't mean that you don't have no food in your house whatsoever. It just means that you're looking for additional resources to help your family out and maybe save some money on your grocery bill so you can pay towards your medical bill. You can get your kids' choir outfit that they need. Whatever it is that you don't have that extra money for because the food is so darn expensive. So anyway, I have resources listed below. Also, you can dial 211 and that'll give you all kinds of resources for your community, not just food. At ours, we get to go shopping. So I went today and got to pick and choose what I wanted. There's some things that I feel like my family's pretty stocked up on, so I don't usually get those items, such as pastas, rice, beans, things like that. But if they have specialty items and they're available for whoever's there, then I will go ahead and grab one of those. But today was all about restaurant produce. I'm super excited to tell you about it. So let me quit talking and let's get into this haul. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Carolina and I live in Montana. I do a lot of food bank hauls, pantry cooking, and canning and preserving on my channel. If that's the kind of content you're into, I hope you'd consider subscribing. I would love to have you come join me in the kitchen. All right, guys, let's get in here and I'll show you what I got. In case you're wondering where the cheapin is.
Yeah, it's from our baby chicks.
We just hatched these ourselves?
Yeah, so look. This one is Fluffy, that one's Speedy, and then this one is Cookie.
Oh, they're so
cute. They're so cute. And this white kid. Can I pick up Fluffy? No. And Mom, can I face out this kind of yellow thing? And this yellow thing keeps the chickies warm. And then we also got them some food and some water to make sure so that they can stay hydrated and hungry.
All right, guys, so let's get started with this produce first. I got a huge bag of broccoli. Now, one of these I had gotten before, and I made a bunch of broccoli cheddar soup. I had to freeze it all, but now I have my freeze dryer, so I could always do that afterwards, or I could pop this in the freezer or just eat fresh. I love fresh broccoli. This is really good quality too. So I'm happy to get a lot of broccoli already trimmed, ready to go for my family. And then we had a container of coleslaw mix. This is definitely like the ones that I would get at Applebee's and Ruby Tuesdays. They would come in pre-mixed like this. Well, not Ruby Tuesday, just Applebee's. And it would come with the cabbage, the red cabbage and the carrots. And you mix it in and you have your own coleslaw. Lots of times they have the coleslaw dressing on the side that's completely different, but I like that this is plain and doesn't have dressing, so I can pickle this and put it on my shelf and save it for later, and then add whatever kind of dressing I want to it to flavor it myself. So I'm super excited to see these. They had about 6 of these, so I was very happy to grab one. And then we're trying to do more healthy eating, and my mom's staying with me who's diabetic. So when they had a 3-pound bag of salad greens, I grabbed it up. I was super excited. This is a spring mix, and it looks like it's from Hamilton, Montana, and I'm from Missoula. So I think it's interesting that this ended up in the Missoula Food Bank, even though it says it's from Hamilton. This could just be where they ordered it. But I don't know if a restaurant gave up all this produce. Maybe one went out of business or something. I did see that our Denny's shut down. What about you guys? Do you have any restaurants randomly shutting down? Like, they're not even warning anybody. They're just like, all right, Denny's is closed. We had a Red Robin close. So what about you guys? Are you having any kind of closings of your restaurants where you're at? Next, they had some of these Duncan Hine cake mix. Those ones are Fruity Pebble. And then you have a s'mores brownie mix. Oh, that sounds so good. So they had a whole bunch of these. I don't know if they are expired. Yes, November of 22. And this one is March of 23. So these are past their expiration date, but these are gonna be just fine. This Fruity Pebble cake mix is already giving me inspiration for what I'm gonna cook for you guys. For the bread, I grabbed 1 package of this whole grain oat nut bread. It looked pretty good, and they had a lot of it, and it's super soft. So I went ahead and grabbed one of those. And then for the dairy, the only dairy they had to offer was half a gallon of milk. They are no longer letting you take 2 of these. Just 1 per family, no matter how many is in your household. So I was able to get 1/2 gallon. And then for the pantry / extra items, they had this container of bone broth, which I am curious at how much this is, because, you know, I like to make my own bone broth, but I really like this jar. So anytime they have jars there that are reusable, I will grab those. And I'm interested to see how much this is. I'll post the price right around here to see how much this is. Versus when you make your own bone broth, it doesn't cost you anything because you use things that normally would have gotten thrown away anyway. If you would like to learn how to make your own bone broth, I do have a video listed below where I roast a turkey and then make bone broth out of its bones. Oh, it's so good. So I will leave that below if you're curious of learning how to make your own bone broth. And then for the cans, I grabbed a can of refried beans and chili beans. I love adding chili beans to mac and cheese, like pre-made boxed mac and cheese. You make that as is. Add some chili beans and some ground beef and you have a chili mac. And then they had this chicken fried rice. I always like stretching these and adding some chicken to this to make it stretch a little further as a main dish, or you can just eat it as a side if that's good too. I really like leftover cold fried rice. I remember fighting my brother for the chicken fried rice that was left over from dinner before. They would just eat it cold out of the container. Good memories. And then they had an Annie's Shells white cheddar. This doesn't usually cover the kids if it's just 1 packet, but since they only had 1 of the same kind, I am too OCD to mix and match my mac and cheeses. So I will add like tuna and peas, something to that to kind of stretch this a little further. Do you guys have any tips on how you stretch boxed mac and cheese? Please let us know in the comments below. And then they had some salsa. This is green salsa, medium. It looks like it was frozen because it's like 1 batch. You can see all the tomatillo seeds down here. I have some pre-made frozen enchiladas in the freezer that they just have the tortillas with the meat inside of it. I don't have the sauce on top of it. So this would be good to pull those out, and then I can pour this on the sauce on top and make like green enchiladas. I think that's a good idea. I might save it for that. And then in the extra area, they had some more of these dishwasher detergents. I got some of these last week. They didn't have them for a couple weeks, so I grabbed 4 of these, which is always nice. That's 2 days worth of dishes right there. And then for the meats, they had chicken this week. They also had more bacon, but I chose the chicken because I tend to get bacon a lot. So whenever they have a different option, I will grab that different option. But if that's all they have is bacon and they're offering everybody some, then I'm gonna take it, right? So they had some chicken breast here, and then they had chicken thighs, which I really enjoy. There's a good flavor. So I was happy to grab 2 things of chicken. It's not a lot of items, but I got some really good, big, quality bulk items. So I'm super excited about this. I'm thinking for this coleslaw, I'm going to can it and pickle it. So if that's something you're interested in learning, make sure you are subscribed. All right, enough jibber jabber. Let's get into what I'm going to make for tonight. The beef burritos I was talking about. They're in the freezer. Still frozen. Oh.
Bacon.
There we go. Well, let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, hopefully there's enough salsa. And then as this thaws, it'll kind of soak into the tortillas and stuff too. Oh yeah. And some smothered burritos. I'm gonna go ahead and cover this with foil. And then I have my oven at 350, so I'm just gonna throw it in there. Even though it's frozen, it'll still cook. It'll be just fine. So this is going in my oven. Next, I would like to do this Fruity Pebble cake kit, because what I am going to be making for you today are some cake pops. You notice I am wearing a different apron today. This is the apron from Apron Heros. This is the company that I'm going to be trying their cake pop kit out today. I really like this company, guys. Let me tell you a little bit about them. Apron Heros is known for helping busy parents make delicious, healthy, and exciting desserts through fun and easy bake-it-yourself kits. But they're most proud of their core mission, to end child hunger and bake the world to a sweeter place. By being an Apron Hero, you're joining a movement of parents, teachers, bakers, and community leaders with a shared belief: no kid in America should go hungry. So turn your cape around into an apron, preheat the oven, and let's bake the world into a sweeter place. So this is their pop and dip kit, and that is what I'm going to be trying out today. I have never actually made cake pops before, so this is going to be fun. I like that it bakes directly into the mold, so I don't have to worry about trying to shape the perfect ball. It should go ahead and do that. So let's try some Fruity Pebble cake pops, since this is what we got, and we use what we have on hand. So let's get in here and let's make some cake. It comes with a silicone mold that you put them in. This is the bottom of it, and then the top is the one that has the holes in it. And then as you see, this has an edge that goes into the bottom, and then it just snaps together like that. And then that's how it bakes, and it makes the perfect balls. So let's give that a go. I'm just going to make this as it says. Whisk together cake mix, water, eggs, and vegetable oil. So I'm just going to follow the ingredients, and then we'll get the cake mix scooped in here. And just like that, we got the Fruity Pebble cereal in there, cake mix. Make sure we seal this really good. Hopefully I filled that up enough. Well, not too much. Gonna go ahead and put it on a baking sheet for even baking, and we're gonna get this in a 350-degree oven. I'm gonna do 10 minutes and then we'll check it. So with our smothered burritos, I'm going to be making a spicy coleslaw. So with our smothered burritos for dinner tonight, I'm also going to be making a spicy coleslaw using my new coleslaw mix I got. So I have 6 cups of the cabbage in here, and then I'm going to put in, I don't know, a little bit of the carrots here. And then I'm going to slice up a bell pepper and get that in there. I think that's going to help cut the spiciness, because I'm mixing it with my chipotle lime mayonnaise I got last time on my haul there. This stuff is so good. So I'm going to be mixing probably about 2 cups worth of mayonnaise. And then I'm just going to use regular sugar here. Did I say 2 cups of mayonnaise? I mean like a cup of mayonnaise. And then about equal parts of sugar. Gonna get that because you kind of want that sweet mix. I have some white wine vinegar here. You could also use lemon juice. I'm just gonna add a tablespoon or 2. Get that vinegar taste in there, you know. And then you want this to kind of be like a liquid, because this is what's going to coat your coleslaw, and it's gonna absorb this flavor and get you a nice creamy coleslaw. Oh yeah. Alright, let's give this a try. One of you guys sent me these cute little spoons. They're for coffee and tea, but I like to use them for my sampling spoons lately. Ooh, that's good. Not too spicy. Alright, so we're going to mix it in here, but first let's cut up some bell pepper. then I'm gonna throw in some bacon bits as well, because why not? Okay, now that we have that, I'm going to add our dressing. Now it's gonna seem like it's not enough, but don't worry, it will absorb because that seasoning will get into the cabbage and the cabbage will release some of its water in there. So it will end up getting all covered and being enough. Oh, sweet onions? Like raw onions or pickled sweet onions? Mom also suggested some sweet pickled onions in here.
Because usually it's carrots and sweet onions.
Yeah. All of that. Mom used to work at KFC, so she knows what she's talking about. Good suggestion, Mom. Oh, that looked like perfect. That was a good addition. All right, now we are going to wrap it up, and we are going to let this sit for as long as possible, probably at least an hour in the fridge. It'll be better the next day though. All right, pulled these out after 15 minutes. Oh yeah, oh, this one got stuck. What a shame, but I have to better get rid of that evidence. Oh, that looks fantastic. All right, we're gonna let these cool all the way before we take them out. Usually for cake pops, you would take candy melt and melt that down, and then that's what you would use to dip and use as the coating for the cake pops. However, with my kit, it came with some frosting, so I'm gonna try and use this and see if I can not use candy melt and just use what I have to make a tasty cake pop. So this is pretty thick icing, so I'm gonna add a little bit of milk to it to kind of thin it out. But let's get down in here and show you what I'm gonna do. Hopefully it works. So it comes with this nice little container. You can put the icing in here and then dip it in there. The first thing I need to do is make this a little thinner, or else it's just gonna kind of bulk up on it. This cake mix was intended to do 2 8-inch rounds, and then you put the icings on top. So I'm gonna add a splash of milk, just to kind of make this a little thinner so we can dip our cake pop in there.
Can I be part of this video?
Then I'm gonna add a little more. Wasn't too much. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good to me, so let's give that a try. So these just kind of pop out. They stuck a little bit, but not too bad. And so I have the cake pop. I'm going to put a little hole in it. Get some icing on my pop, and we're gonna stick it in to help keep it stuck in there. I'm gonna give it a go. Oh, this is pretty heavy frosting. It's working a little bit. This side's pretty. This side's not so much. Ah! Maybe I should have followed instruction and used the candy. But we're not giving up. I'm gonna stove it, whoop, too high. Because you don't want that to come out there. Let's try again, maybe I can just roll it. No, not too shabby. Hopefully that icing's not too heavy or I'll make the cake pop sink again. Take some of the Fruity Pebbles. And there's our cake pop. This is a really awesome kit. I hope you guys give this a try. Remember how great this company is. They're really all about helping support charities and communities. And I hope you give They're really great about supporting the community and other people, and I really hope you give them a try. And dinner is served, guys. This looks fantastic. So I went ahead and cooked that chicken rice, and then here's our spicy coleslaw, and then here's our beef enchilada, I guess. Put lots of sour cream. Ugh. It's got that green chili sauce in it. Oh, looks like this one's got beans in it. I mean, I don't know. I did this back in November, so I don't remember what I put in it. Stuff. Wow. That's definitely the brisket that I put in there. Shredded brisket with beans and cheese. Is there rice in there? I don't see rice in there. Oh yeah. Good old-fashioned chicken rice. That was super easy. Just water and butter, and then the sauce packet. Huh. It's okay. I wish I would have cooked it with stock. That would have been nice. Oh, I could have used that bone broth I had. It'd be nice to be able to create my own. You can use like, what, instant rice maybe? All right, let's try this coleslaw. That looks good with the bacon in there. Mmm. Ooh, at the end of it, you get that kick of spice. This is gonna be really good tomorrow when it sits more. It's probably been sitting maybe an hour and a half. Oh yeah. This cake pop kit was so easy to use, and I definitely did not do it justice. You can make some super cute cake pops and just be creative with this. I love that it comes with all the different things that you need to have a little cake pop party. And don't forget that Apron Heroes donates a portion of all profits to help end child hunger. So go check them out. And don't forget my coupon code for an additional discount. Well, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time on Mama Baird's.